Let's start our circle time by doing our days of the week. There are 7 days. There are 7 days. There are 7 days in a week. There are 7 days. There are 7 days. There are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yesterday was Monday. Now think real hard and think what comes after Monday. Yes, it's Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. Now think real hard. What comes after Tuesday? Yes, it's Wednesday. Today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. All day long. All day long. Today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. All day long. All day long. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. All day long. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. All day long. What day is today? Yes, it's Tuesday. Can anybody tell me what the month is? It's the last day of the month. What is today's month? It starts with an M and it says March. Yes, it's March. Very good. And let's count and see what today's date is. And we're going to have to count to this really big number down here. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. How do we know this is 31? How do we know this number right here is 31? Yes, it's a 3 and a 1. The 3 is first and then the 1, and it makes the number 31. You're correct. What did I tell you yesterday we were going to be learning about this week? Our alphabet, our letters. And yesterday we talked about A, B, C, D, E, and F. And today we're going to talk about G, H, I, J, K, and L. That's G, H, I, J, K, and L. And so today we're going to read the book ABC. It's Dr. Seuss's ABC. Big A, little a. What begins with A? Aunt Annie's alligator, A. Big B, little b. What begins with B? Barber, Baby, Bubbles, and Bumblebee. Yep, that hair is really long. Big C, little c. What begins with C? Camel on the ceiling. C, C, C. Can a camel really walk on the ceiling? No, that's silly. Big D, little d. David, Donald, do. Dreamed a dozen donuts and duck, dog, too. You like donuts? I like donuts too. A, B, C, D, E. Ear, egg, elephant. E, E, E. Big F, little f. F, F, F. 4 fluffy feathers on a pfeffer, pfeffer's pfeff. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Goat, girl, goo goo, goggles, G, G, G. Big H, little h, hungry horse, hay. Hen in a hat, hooray, hooray. Big I, little I. Ichabod is itchy, so am I. Big J, little j, what begins with J? Jerry Jordan's jelly jar and jam begin with that way. Big K, little K, kitten, kangaroo. kick a kettle kite, and a king's kerchew. What's a kerchew? It says kerchew. What is he doing? Oh, he sneezed. Achoo. But they said kerchew. Big L, little Lola loop. Left leg, lazy lion, licks a lollipop. Big M, little m, many mumbling mice, and making midnight music in the moonlight, mighty mice. They're just going. Big N, little n, what begins with those? 9 new neckties and a nightstand and a nose. O is very useful. You use it when you say, Oscar's only ostrich oiled an orange owl today. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Painting pink pajamas, policeman in a pail, Peter Piper's puppy, and now Papa's in a pail. Big Q, little q, what begins with Q? The quick Queen of Quincy and her quackaroo. Her quackaroo, what does a quackaroo look like? It looks like a duck. And a duck, what does a duck say? Quack, you're right. Big R, little r, Rosie Robin Ross. Rosie's going riding on her red rhinoceros. Big S, little s, silly Sammy Slick. Sipped 6 sodas and got sick, sick, sick. T, 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 what begins with T? 10 tired turtles on a tuttle tree. Big U, little U, what begins with U? Uncle Ub's umbrella and his underwear too. Big V, little v, Vera Violet Vin is very, very, very awful at her violin. WWW, Willie Waterloo washes Warren Wiggins, who is washing Waddle Woo. X is very useful if your name is Nixie Knox. It also comes in handy spelling axe and extra fox. Big Y, little I, and a yawning yellow yak. Young Yolanda Yogerson is yelling on his back. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y. What comes next? Z. Z. Big Z, little z. What begins with Z? I do. I am a zizzer zazzer Zeus, as you can plainly see. What's something else that starts with a Z that you can see at the zoo? A zebra, you're right. And that's the end. I'm going to put this book over in the library, and I want you to turn to a page, any page, and I turn to page H, and I put the alphabet magnets over there. And if you don't have alphabet magnets at home, you can always use just paper cutouts of the letters and find the letter that matches the letter on the page. So if I was in library and I turned to the H page, I would find the letter H. So I'm going to go put this book in library. You can go play in Centers, and I will be there in a little bit. I'm going to go to library now, and we're going to find the letters on the page. I have the magnet letters, or you can use paper letters, or you can cut letters out of a magazine, and you can just lay them. So I'm going to turn to a page, and I turn to page G. I turn to the page with the G on it. So I'm going to look in my letters and find the letter G. That's not a G. Here's a G. Oops. This is a G, and this is a G, and it matches. So I'm going to put it over here. Then I'm going to turn to another page. Oh, I turned to the letter P. This is the letter P. So I'm going to look in my box of letters or wherever you have letters at home and find the letter P. This is a P. It matches the letter in my book. And I'm going to put it right here. And if you don't have an alphabet book, you can always cut out 2 sets of letters. And you can have one on one side of the table and then one scrambled up on the other side of the table, and you can pick a letter from over here and then find the match over here. So that's a way you can do it at home, is just match letters up. Let's go over to manipulatives now. And in manipulatives, I have shapes. And I know some of you don't have these shapes at home. You might, or you can get a piece of construction paper and you can draw your own and then cut them out. And I have mats here that have letters on them. This is X, Z, and V. That's this April's letters of the month. And I have N, W, and Y, which are March's letters of the month. And so we're going to take the mats and we're going to find the shapes that go on them and match them up and see if we can use the shapes to make the letter of the month. Now, I know some of you may not have these mats at home, so another thing you can do is make a pattern. Here are pattern cards, or you can draw your own, or your mom or dad can draw a pattern card, and then you can take your shapes that you made or you may have, and you can make the pattern on your pattern card. So that's just something you can do at home with shapes. And you can make all different kinds of things with your shapes. Let's go back here to art. And in art today, I have stamps. I have the alphabet stamps. And if you don't have stamps at home or ink pads, you can always cut the letters out of a magazine, or cut the letters off a cereal box, or off a newspaper, or anything your mom said you can use to make some letters, and cut out the letters of your name or stamp the letters of your name. So let's see. I'm going to find the letter L because my name starts with L and I like green, so I'm going to use the green ink. And I'm going to stamp the letters of my name, and I'm going to make my name on my piece of paper. And then the next letter in my name is an A, so I'm stamping an A on my paper. The next letter in my name is a U, so I'm going to put a U on my paper. The next letter is an R, so it's going to be backwards that way, so I've turned it this way, and I don't know if you can see it or not. But there's an R. The next letter is an E, so here's an E. And then an N. So here's an N. And so I stamped my name, Lauren. So if you have stamps at home, you can use stamps. If you don't have any, you can cut some letters out of a magazine or off a cereal box or out of the newspaper, or any resources you have at home that you can cut out the letters of your name and you can just glue it onto a piece of paper or just arrange them in the right order. So that's something you can do at home if you don't have stamps like we have at school. The next activity is over here in writing. And we're going to practice writing the letter Z. And yesterday I had lined paper that had big lines and then it had dashed lines. So today I drew it on a regular piece of paper so you could kind of see what to do at home if you don't have like kindergarten writing paper, if you just have regular lined paper. I made some big Z's, some uppercase Z's, and I skipped a couple of lines. So you have them trace their line, have them trace the Z. And then if you want to make lowercase Z's, you can either do it from one line to another line or skip a line and make some lowercase Z's. And that just helps them practice holding their pencil correctly, pinching it between 2 fingers, and tracing the letters. Today, the letter I want to trace is the letter Z. And so that's some ways you can draw the letter Z on a piece of regular lined paper. And like I said yesterday, if you don't have a yellow highlighter, you can always use a yellow crayon and just draw your letter and then have your child trace over the crayon. It works the same way. And then we're going to go to woodworking. And I know most of you aren't going to have these nifty little boards and these screws, but you can find other resources in your house that are like multicolored things. And I picked this pattern to, well, let's do this one. I picked this pattern today, and so I'm gonna take my board, or if you have colored blocks, or if you have just anything that's different colors. This is blue, green, yellow, and red, and so you just have the kids arrange them in the pattern that it shows on the card. And you can always just draw a pattern for them to make, or tell them to make something out of it. And that just gets it started for this pattern. And I mean, there's different patterns, like, I don't know what that one's a house. So you can have them use blocks or rocks or whatever, make a house. Here's a tree. They can kind of just make whatever they want. The American flag. Just use something with colors and have them make something. Have them design something. Have them construct something at home. Over here in science, we have a magnetic station. And you can do this at home. You can hand them some magnets off the fridge and have them walk around the house. And you can draw on a piece of paper. It says, my magnet sticks to, and my magnet does not stick to. And I'm just going to lay this down, and I'm going to take my magnet, and you can just use a magnet off the fridge and have them walk around the house or outside. And this is a stick. Oh, my magnet does not stick to this stick. So I'm going to take my stick and stick it over here that says my magnet does not stick. And then I'm going to find something else. Oh, this is a key ring. So I could go up to Mom's keys. Oh, that stuck to my magnet. So I'm going to put it over here that says stuck to my magnet. Let's see. There's a feather. Oh, that feather doesn't stick. So I'm going to put it over here that does not stick. These are little colored discs that have a piece of metal around the outside of them, so it sticks to my magnet. And so that goes to stick to my magnet. And then, oh, here's a bell. The bell sticks to my magnet. You may have a bell in your Christmas stuff, and it will stick to your magnet. A pine cone. It does not stick to my magnet. So just have your child go around the house and see if they can find items that are magnetic and that are not magnetic. Over here in housekeeping today, we're talking about going to the dentist. How many of you kids at home go to the dentist? What happens when you go to the dentist? You get your teeth cleaned, and they floss your teeth, and they make your teeth all pearly and white and sparkly. So in housekeeping today, we're just going to practice brushing our teeth and getting on the backs of your teeth, and the bottom teeth, and the back and the front of them. And don't forget to brush your tongue, because lots of germs live on your tongue too. So at home, I know at home you don't have a giant set of teeth and a giant toothbrush, but practice brushing your teeth every morning and then every evening for bed. I know you're not coming to school, so you think, well, I don't need to brush my teeth because I'm not going to school. But still, when you wake up in the morning after you eat breakfast, go brush your teeth and keep your teeth healthy and clean, just like you were coming to school. Miss Lauren's at work, and you're not here, but I still brushed my teeth this morning before I came to work. See? And they're all clean and healthy. So even though you're not coming to school, still practice brushing your teeth at home, and brush them in the morning when you get up, and brush them in the evening before you go to bed. And then over here in blocks, our last center for today, I have put out, they're streets, but they're in shapes. And I have all these different shapes. And I know most of you aren't going to have these mats at home, but you can easily draw this on a piece of paper. Just draw the outline, make it a big box, and then draw dashes. And that makes a street on a rug. Even get your kids to help you make some shapes. They could draw the little triangle, and then you go and draw a big triangle and put the dashes on it. And you can make street signs at home to drive your cars on to help them practice their shapes. And I'm just going to pick this triangle, and then I just take my car and I'm going to drive it. And it has, let's count and see how many sides it has. 1, 2, 3. This has 3 sides, so it must be my triangle. And so at home, you're going to practice driving your cars at home on a shape, and then identifying the shape and telling your mom or dad or your grandma or whoever's watching you what that shape is. And you help them draw your shapes so you can also practice drawing your shapes and writing your shapes. And that's all of our centers for today, and I will be back tomorrow with another video and another set of centers for us to do while you're at home. Thanks, guys.